Hi, I'm some guy. Today we're going to learn 9 times around the furnace. It's a very powerful technique for focusing your qing back into your own life energy. Normally that's not where it goes. Normally it's seeking outward towards reproduction. The qing in the human body is very much like the prenatal seed energy in a seed. If you've grown plants, you know that when you grow a seed, there's quite a while there where it doesn't really need any outside nourishment. That energy there, in old Taoist theory, comes from the prenatal qing of the parent plant. So we all have energy and drives. It could drive a monk crazy um, towards reproductive behaviors. Um, and this technique was developed a long time ago. As I read, it was developed for monks who were in a somewhat ascetic lifestyle and basically trying not to be distracted and trying to keep their generative energy from going outside their body, or their enthusiasm for that matter, or their drive. Because when you're in heavy daily training, you want to keep that in control and you want to keep it yours. So, 9 times around the furnace. It's good for all kinds of things. But basically, you start with a Taoist meditation posture. Do you know this one? It's in another video. This means the yang embraces the yin. And if you're sitting half lotus or cross legged, whatever, you have your left leg on the outside of your right leg, or your left leg underneath your right leg, opposite of your hands. This means the yin embraces the yang. If you're a woman, you do it opposite, like so. And then the leg also reversed. So you get your back really straight. You might want to move your head a little bit forward. It helps to put a pillow under your butt, not just so your legs don't fall asleep if you do this for a long time, but also so you can get your crown point, Tianmin, right over your Huyan, which is your perineum. This is the gate of yin energy from the earth. This is the gate of sky energy to the heavens. You want them lined up. And I don't know what kind of meditation practices you do, but I find that this helps with all kinds of things. Just getting things lined up. And some people say it's fine to sit in a chair or to lay down. And I think you should try this first, unless, your knees are broken or something like that. You're going to breathe into the dantian. This means that your breath, as opposed to the normal way of the chest moving up and down like this, you're actually relaxing your chest. So in your first couple breaths, as you sit in your posture, your first exhale, just let your chest cave in. And as you relax the rest of your body, don't breathe from these muscles up here. You're breathing from your dantian, basically your diaphragm muscle. Your diaphragm muscle is going down as you breathe in, and it's compressing your dantian a little bit. And if you think of the dantian here as sort of like the heart is for the circulatory system, this is like the central dwelling place of your qi, of your whole body qi. So compressing that and releasing on the exhale, not blowing out, but just letting it out. If you can think of the dantian that way, you will notice you have circulation going to various parts of the body where it doesn't normally reach, which it can correct some health problems. It could even clear some chi blockages. At the very least, it's not going to hurt, and it can feel kind of good. So, you're breathing slowly. On one of your first inhales, once you're in relaxed mode, you're noticing your breath without controlling it, but you're keeping your breath down here, not up here. You can imagine that. You're imagining it. It's guiding in your mind. Down to the Huyan, basically in your perineum. It's just draining down. As you inhale, imagine it coming up the back. This is just like regular water wheels, or some call it the macrocosmic orbit. much less complicated than the microcosmic orbit. It's coming up here. And as your breath, this part's important, as your breath grows from inhale to exhale, you're imagining your breath about here, exactly here, at the crown point. And as you exhale, this goes down. It's not here. It goes around the face, around here, and down. Down past Chanjiang, which is like the heart center, but it's actually in the sternum. My ribs are here. It's about here. My physical heart is here. Symbolic heart is here. Chanjiang. And then down to the Dantian. And you just imagine it keep draining. As it comes down here, this is where you go from exhale to inhale. Try not to force your breaths to be too slow. Try not to force your breath at all. Just the manner in which you're breathing. So you don't want to use your mind to make your breath really slow or really fast or really hard or very deliberate. But you do want to be conscious of it and conscious of how your body is moving your lungs. And it's interesting. It's kind of difficult, but to observe something without controlling it is a good exercise in and of itself. So, up to now, we're doing things that are the same as any water wheels major orbit exercise. You're coming down here past Tanchang. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. It feels good. Don't let your shoulders do this. We all do this when we're nervous or we're cold. Let it hang off of the center point like a tent. Imagine a circus tent. Your whole body is hanging off of that. And the top is perfectly positioned over the perineum. As you go through this exercise, you're going to do this. This is where we start the 9 times around the furnace. Your eyes are down. And your eyes are down while the breath is here in the perineum. As it goes up, the eyes move around. And when you're looking, you're going in Daosil, by the way. This is not Wittershins. Those are Chinese terms, obviously. As you go up the back, when you're looking all the way left with your eyes are closed. When you're looking all the way left, your breath is here in the dorsal gate. Jiaqi, right between the shoulder blades. It's where your dorsal fin would be if you were a dolphin. Dorsal gate. Easier to remember than Jiaqi. Continue around in a circle. As you're looking up, your breath is here at the crown point. This is when you go from inhale to exhale. Keep around the circle. When you're looking all the way right, again with your eyes closed, your eyes are here. Your breath is here. Tanzheng. In the heart point in the sternum. It's below your heart. As it drains down, Dantian is important to keep in mind, but it's not one of these 4 cardinal points that we're working with here. As you're looking straight down and going from exhale to inhale, you're at the Huyan again. It sounds a little complicated, but the attention that you give this will keep your mind from going out there, looking for things, looking for outside stimuli to fulfill needs that you were probably born with inside of you. As you're going around the circle, you can do little kegels. Coming up here is not always easy. It's not always easy for that energy to actually go up, no matter how well you're imagining it, or even if you're feeling the warmth, or even if your body's very loose. Sometimes all that energy doesn't make it up there. So, you can do little kegels here, no problem. As it comes down here, take that opportunity to relax your body. There's always little things that you might have missed, like, oh yeah, my eyebrows. Oh yeah, my nostrils. I forgot to relax my nostrils. My tongue. The way you connect these 2 gates here, this is an important prerequisite that I should have mentioned in the very beginning of the video. The tongue goes right behind the front teeth. If you feel in there, you'll feel a little divot above the inside of your incisors. there's a little divot. Your tongue sticks right there. In Taoism, this is called closing the gate. You close other gates like this. This finger is here at the heart, head, heart. This is your head. This goes here. It represents the dantian. Curl these around. It looks like it says Tai Chi. Nice. Old practitioners of Nidan in ancient China, they would greet each other like this. And they knew that they were the kind of guys who meditated probably a lot. So as you're doing this, your eyes are going around. This gate is closed with the tongue. You could do this about 9 times. There are certain things that can happen in the body that generally feel good. Try not to let your mind wander. It's best not to do it when you're very hungry. If you haven't eaten in a couple days, maybe eat a little something. It's best not to do it right after you ate a big meal. If you're doing this kind of thing all the time, it's nice to eat one small, simple meal a day. Good for the body. Stay hydrated. And pay attention to your body, because your requirements might change. You might stop craving beer and fries and start craving green tea and salad. No guarantees, but keep your eye out for little changes. Thanks for listening, and I'll put something else up soon.